This is the chapter 6 of the class 7 NCERT geography, which title Our Environment, and the chapter which names the human environment interaction and the tropical and the subtropical region. Basically, we do not go to read line by line, but in this chapter we basically read about the tropical and the subtropical region. First, we understand what is the tropical region and the subtropical region. You may see the equator. This is the equator, and this line, this is the actually the model of the earth, and this line is called equator, and the line which is passed through the 20 degree and half is called 20 degree half, and north is called the Tropic of Cancer, and south is Tropic of Capricorn. And the reason which line Tropic of Cancer to the 60 degree north is actually a subtropical region, and vice versa in the south from 20 degree half and south to 60 degree half. So I want to convey you that this is the equator, and these two lines, and I fill with another color which you understand the tropical and the subtropical region. And this is the North Pole, and this is the South Pole. This is the 0 degree, and you understand 20 degree half and 20 degree half in north, and that is the south. I fill color with the other colors, that I fill yellow, which is a tropical region, and from sky blue subtropical region, and then this is then freeze zone, which I mentioned with the dark blue. So in this is the imaginary which define and divide earth into different zones, which is tropical and subtropical, and this influence the climate, and this affects the climate of the region. Actually, the tropical region present which is where sunlight or insolation more comes, and otherwise in subtropical region sun rays not come directly. So in this chapter we know about the tropical and subtropical regions, and in tropical region we know about the life in the Amazon basin. You heard about the map of North South America. There is a 7 continent, and the continent which is South America, which is present in the southern hemisphere. You may also look on the map Amazon basin, which is also present in the tropical region. You may see the equator region, and from 10 degree north to 10 degree south, 10 degree north to 10 degree south, and that is the 10 degree north, and this is the 10 degree south, and the line which pass through between them these are the imaginary latitude, and which is the equator where the sun rays directly fall. And this country are the, you may be remembered from there is a country which is known as Colombia, and the Ecuador, and the Brazil. This is the Ecuador, this is the Colombia, and this is the Brazil, from the where the equator pass. And in south, Tropic of Capricorn pass. So this lies in the tropical region, and here major river present which is known as the Amazon, which is the river in this region, which is known as also the world second largest river after the Nile, with 6,400 kilometer length. And this Amazon river create a basin. You know about the basin. These are the small rivers to join the main rivers. The main river, along with all tributaries that drain an area, forms a river basin on the catchment area. The Amazon basin is the largest world river basin. You understand the term basin, tributaries, and the area which is the covered by them is the river basin, and that's why this is the Amazon basin. Amazon basin cover the countries of the Ecuador, Colombia, small parts of the Venezuela, Brazil, parts of the Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, and small parts of the Venezuela. Can you name the countries of the basin through equator passes? We already know that is the Ecuador, Colombia, and the Brazil. And when Spanish explorers discovered the Amazon River, they were attacked by a group of local tribes wearing headgears and grass skirts. These people reminded them of the fierce tribes of the women warriors known in the ancient Roman Empire as the Amazon, hence the name Amazon. This is the story behind the name Amazon. Can you comment that how many countries are in the South America? We further go to the climates of the tropical region in the Amazon basin of the South America. As we know that the Amazon basin stretches directly on the equator, and it is usually that the hot and wet climate throughout the year because of the presence of the sunlight directly. Both day and nights are the almost equally hot and humid. The skin feels sticky. It rains almost every day. The two without much warning. The day temperature are high with very humidity, and the night temperature go down, but the humidity remains high. We can say that due to the presence of the sunlight directly, there is the hot climate, and the night there is the wet because of the presence of the humidity. So we can consider the equally hot and the humid climate present in the Amazon basin. We further go to the rainforest. Amazon, which is the largest forest, and then know about the what is the forest in rainforest. As it rains heavily in this region, thick forest grow. This is the usually the forests are in fact so thick that dense roof created by the leaves and branches does not allow the sunlight to reach the ground because they are there near and they not allow to sunlight pass through them. The ground remains dark and damp. On the shade, tolerant vegetation may grow here. Orchards, bromeliads grow as a plant parasites. Different flora grows. The rainforest is also rich in the fauna, which is the animals, birds such as toucans you may see in the figure, hummingbirds, macaw, with their brilliantly colored plumage, oversized bills for the eating, make them different from the birds we commonly see in the India. These birds also make loud sounds in the forest. Animals like monkey, sloth, and eating tapirs are found in here. Various tapir you see in the figure. Various species of the reptiles and the snake also thrive in these jungles. Crocodile, snake, python, bound anaconda, and the boa constrictor, which are the considered some of the species. This is the dangerous. Besides, the basin is a home to thousands of species of the insect. Several species of fishes, including the flesh-eating piranha fish, is also found in the river. This basin is thus extraordinarily rich in the variety of life found there. So we can conclude that rich variety of the fauna as well as the flora, and then there is also the fishes and the reptiles, and the thicks are the forest. Do you know that bromeliads are the special plants that store water in their leaves? You heard about the parasite plants. Animals like a frog use these pockets of water for the laying their eggs. Bromeliads which store water in their leaves, and when the frogs come, they lay their eggs. And then we know about the people of the rainforest. It is the main important concept that what are the life of the people in the Amazon basin, where the climate is too hot and tropical. People grow most of their food in small areas after clearing some trees in the forest, while men hunt and the fish along the rivers. Women take care of. They mainly grow. So we can say that where people live, according to geographical availability, they choose their occupation. That hunting and gathering is an important one. They also do agriculture, but this is the not a permanent agriculture, and this is the slash and the burn, which is the shifting cultivation. So we can say that geographical location determines the occupation of the people. They grow paprika, pineapple, and sweet potato. As hunting and the fishing are the uncertain, it's the uncertain. It is women who keep their families alive by feeding them the vegetables they grow. They practice less and the one agriculture. Stable food is a manoi, also known as the cassava, that grow under the ground like the potato. You know heard about the cassava. They also eat garden ants and the egg starts cash crops like cola, smash, and the coca are the also grains. The rainforest provide a lot of wood for the houses, and their house is made of mainly wood. Some families lives in the thatched house, shaped like beehives. These are other large apartment like house, kalmaka with steepy slant roof. You know about the beehives, where this the small compartment present, and this in this structure and resembles like that the houses of South African and the rainforest people of the Amazon basins. Their home resembles with that. Life of the people of the Amazon basin is slowly changing. This is the actually primitive without, but in the older days the heart of the forest could be reached only by the navigating the river. In the 1970s, the Trans-Amazon Highway made all parts of the rainforest accessible. Aircrafts, helicopters are also used for the reaching various places. The indigenous population was pushed out from the area and forced to settle in the new areas where they continue to practice their distinct way of the farming. So nowadays their life become changing because of the Trans-Amazon Highway, which is opened in 1970, which is the 400 km and connect the all parts of the Amazon basin in Brazil. The development activities are leading to the gradual destruction of the biologically diverse forest. It is estimated that a large area of the rainforest has been disappearing annually in the Amazon basin. You can see that this destruction of the rainforest has a much wider implication. The topsoil is washed away as the rainfall and the lost forest turns into the barren landscape. So we see in the figure that first these are the huge forest and they are dense. And secondly, due to the environment, and we also consider that the activity biologically this diverse activity due to destruction of forest due to the development activities technology, this change into that region, which is the loss of the biodiversity. So this is a tropical region where is the sun reaches directly and the climate is bit hot and the humid, and people live practice hunting and the gathering. After studying the tropical region, we move to the subtropical region, and one of the example of the region which lies in the subtropical is the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. The tributaries of the river Ganga and the Brahmaputra together form the Brahmaputra basin in the Indian subcontinent. The basin lies in the subtropical region that is situated between 10° north to 30° north latitude. The tributaries of the river Ganga, like the Ghagra, Son, and the Chambal and the Gandak and the Koshi tributaries of Brahmaputra drain it. Look at atlas, find at the map of some tributaries of river Brahmaputra. The plains of the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, the mountains and foothills. So from this we can see that Ganga river, which is originate from the north, and Brahmaputra also originate from the north direction, but it enters into India through the Arunachal Pradesh. And with the influence and the drain of the tributaries, it also form the basin, and this area is called the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. You may see in the map, which is depicted as a Ganga Brahmaputra basin, and 10° north to 30° north. So this basically there is a 10° north in southward and 30° north this latitude. So this region is command as the subtropical region, and subtropical region where is the climate is a moderate and not extreme, where the climate is a moderate and not extreme. Himalaya and the Sundarban Delta are the main feature of this basin because both rivers deposit a delta at one place and form a Sundarban Delta, which is the largest one. Oxbow Lakes dot plain area. The area is dominated by the monsoon climate. We can see that area is dominated by the monsoon climate. Due to moderate, the monsoon brings rain from mid-June to mid-September. The summer are hot and winter is the cool. The basin area has a varied topography. The environment plays a dominant role in the distribution of the population. According to the climate, there is a difference in the population. The mountain area, which also lies in subtropical region, with steep slope, have inhospitable terrain. Inhospitable terrain means they are not suitable for the living. Therefore, less number of people live in the mountain area of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. The plain area provides the most of the Brahmaputra basin, which is suitable for the human habitation. Plain area, which is also suitable for construction and development, and that's why people like to live in the plain area. The soil is fertile. Agriculture is the main occupation of the people, where the flat land is available to grow crops. The density of the population of plain is very high because their area is a population is, and you know about the population density. There is the total person which live in a unit square kilometer, that is a population density, and the plain area density is high. You may see the Bihar, which population density is 1102, means in 1 square kilometer 1102 people live. This is the population and the livelihood of the where the population and where the how many topography has environment. Wheat, maize, sorghum, gram, and the millets are the other crops are grown here because agriculture is a dominant. Cash crop like sugar cane and jute are also grown. Banana plantation are seen in the some area of the plain. West Bengal, Assam, tea is the grown in the plantation. Hilly area, silk is produced through the cultivation of the silk worm in the parts of the Bihar and Assam. In the mountains and the hill where the slope are gentle, crops are grown on terraces. This gentle means is a plain, which is used to plantation. The vegetation covered of the area vary according to the type of the landforms. Landforms depend. In the Ganga and Brahmaputra plain, tropical deciduous tree grow along with teak, sal, and people. Thick bamboo groups are common in the Brahmaputra plain. The delta is covered with the So we from this we know that river Brahmaputra is known by different names. In Bangladesh, it is also known as Jamuna. And variety of landforms found and covers with many parts. Some parts also covered with mangrove forest. In part of the Uttarakhand, Sikkim, and the Arunachal Pradesh, coniferous tree like pine, deodar, and fir can be seen because the climate is cool and the slope are the still. Here written this that the slope are steep, and we also assume that these are the foothills of the mountains, and so the climate is cold and steep is a steep slope. That's why this type of coniferous tree found. And there is also variety of wildlife in the basin. Elephant, tiger, deer, monkey are common. The one-eyed rhino is found in the Brahmaputra plain. There is a Brahmaputra plain found in the area of the Assam, Arunachal Pradesh. It is in the delta area. Bengal tigers and crocodiles also find aquatic life abound in the fresh river waters, the lake and the Bay of Bengal sea. The most popular varieties of the fish are the rohu, katla, and the hilsa are also found in the waters in the Ganga Brahmaputra basins. Fish and rice is the staple diet of the people living in the area, and this is the staple food because they are the commonly found in the region due to the basin. And there is the fish, and agriculture is also fertile in most quality due to the fertile soil, so they easily get fish and the rice. You may see in the figure one horned rhinoceros and the crocodiles. You know that terraces are built on the steep slopes to create flat surface on which slopes are grown. The slope is removed so the water does not run off the rapidly. So with irrigation done, water done by the terrace. In the fresh waters of the river Ganga and the river Brahmaputra, variety of dolphin, locally called susu, also called blind dolphin find, which is called the susu because indication of the health of the river, indication our indication of health, that is be it food which will be healthy for us and useful for us, which we use it utilize in the form of energy. That is the food is the important for us. That's why for the river there is indication is the river is mature and the river is clean and the river is healthy. That is the presence of the wildlife, which is a blind dolphin, which is called shushu. The untreated industrial and the urban wasted with high amount of chemicals are killing this species and the destroying this indication. So we need to conserve the river. Here also variety of animals found. The Ganga Brahmaputra plain has several big towns and the cities. The cities of Allahabad, which is in UP, Kanpur, Varanasi, Lucknow, which is in UP, Patna, which is Bihar, Kolkata, West Bengal, with a population of more than 10 lakhs located along the river Ganga. Wastewater from these towns and the industry discharge into the river. This lead to the pollution in the river. Importance of the river population here is more because of the river basin and the plain area, easily availability of the water. But nowadays, due to some problems and the development, these are destroyed and the river get polluted, which become problem for us. All the four ways of the transport are well developed in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. In the plain areas, the place to another, the waterway is an effective means of the transport, particularly along the rivers. Kolkata is an important port on the river Hooghly. The plain area also has a large number of the airports, so we can say the airways, waterways, roadways, as well as railway found here. Tourism is another important activity of the basin. Taj Mahal on the bank of the river Yamuna, Allahabad on the confluence of the river Ganga and the Yamuna, Buddhist stupas in the Uttar Pradesh and the Bihar, Lucknow with its Imbabara, Assam with Kaziranga and the Manas with wildlife sanctuary, and Arunachal Pradesh with a distinct tribal culture are some of the places worth a visit. So we can say that tropical and the subtropical region are uh, adopted according to their climate. People in tropical regions live in the hot and humid condition, whereas the subtropical condition they lived in the moderate climate, and this influence the geographical location of the people.